Alright, moving on to number 7. It is going to be the Warrior Archer. Now, as you can tell, that is currently my build for my Warrior. And I had debated on putting this a little higher, but in the end I couldn't justify it. Because the Warrior Archer suffers from a lot of flaws. And it just wouldn't be right. If I did not have my mage, and like let's say my warrior was my main, I would have struggled. I would have had a lot of issues. You know, my mage provided him with armor, with gems, with emblems and stuff like that. So I was able to do what I was able to do. The biggest flaws that the warrior archer has is magic resist. It is they will get absolutely just destroyed by magic. I mean, if you look, and with all topazes in, I don't have in all my topazes. I took some out for my archer, but you look at this. This is my normal farming gear, and I have 152k resist, which is just god awful. I mean, Flamar can just knock me out in a second. You know, you get some of those guys that can blow you up, and you're just dead. I can't say how many times I've just been fighting, and then it just says you are dead, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I didn't even see anything. A Magister can just kill you instantly, and it gets frustrating. But for farming and stuff like that, I do prefer my warrior archer. But the other thing is, I can't really farm anything with magic, so I can't reliably do keys. So I have to stick with blacklands, and this has caused me to think about respecking for more magic resist with going warrior mage. But we'll go into warrior mage later. They're fun. They're good. They have they do have in-game capabilities. I did beat Crawl with this warrior, with a warrior archer with double attack. Again, I would not have been able to get to that point, or I would have struggled to get to that point without my mage. So I just want you to be aware of that. The only reason I have an in-game warrior archer is because of my mage. That's it. It would have been very, very difficult. But let's look at their abilities. Now, the warrior archer has some good stuff. Rotating shields. I have said it in so many videos, so many times. It is the most underrated ability. It is so fucking awesome. It blocks projectiles, not resist, not mitigate damage, completely blocks. It's like a 100% chance dodge. Now with dodge, it's you roll the dice and you got a 60-40 chance. 40% it misses, but if it lands on the 60%, well, you're fucked. You get hit. But with rotating shields, the higher you put it up, the lower the recharge time, and the faster the spinning, which means you get 4 shields. And so every 0.6 seconds, if I get hit by a projectile, the shield will block it, and then the shield will regenerate in 0.6 seconds. And the faster the spinning time, the more shield can come around and block the next projectile. It is just a really, really, really good ability. And then, obviously Stone Skin. That's gonna be a plus. And charge, and then you go with your big attacks, double attack, whirlwind, and maul, and those are all good. And you go over to the archer tree, then you get empower weapon, you get frenzy, which frenzy goes well with double attack, because you get 0.3% synergy with it. And corpse explosion is wonderful. It is so much fun and so good for farming. And then dodge, so that's going to give you another layer of defense. And not a big fan of dodge because it's RNG based, and it doesn't mitigate at all. It's a roll of the die, and if it lands on hit, you get hit. If it lands on dodge, you dodge. So I mean, it's good. It's another layer of defense, but it's just not the best type of defense. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, and the warrior. The reason I did not place the warrior archer higher on the list is because it's a melee class, and it has to get in close, and its biggest bane is magic resist. And so while you're getting in close to try to kill stuff, you just have nothing to. It's all a crapshoot. It's all a roll of the die, whether or not you can live and take some magical hits before you die. And this is primarily why I put my Draculus back on, so I could regenerate life or steal life from Flame Aura, because Flame Aura was just killing me so quickly that as long as I can attack, I can get some life back and kill them before Flame Aura takes me out. But I can't do keys. I have to do black lands, and that's it. And it's just not a very viable, very good build for farming. For in-game, it's okay against crawl, of course. I mean, you don't really need much for crawl. But I mean, it's a good build for crawl because of all the damage you can do. It's not a great build for farming. It's just really not. And like I said, I considered respecing and going to Warrior Mage, but we'll see about that. But yeah, this is number 7. We're on the cusp of entering in-game ability. I would not put this as an in-game build simply because I had to have my mage to hold his hand throughout the entire game. But y'all got any questions and comments? Put them down there. Y'all have a good one.